The meeting convened by the Toledo Alcaldes Association had as its guest speaker spokesperson of the Maya Leaders Alliance, Christina Koch.
The extraordinary meeting this morning held with the Toledo Alcaldes have been a follow-up to two prior meetings that were held where the position of each alcaldes were articulated verbally, and whereby the Maya Leaders Alliance and the Toledo Alcaldes Association executive have been asked to articulate in writing a collective position from each of the alcaldes of 38 Mayan communities. This morning, that position, which was drafted by a legal team along with the technical team of the Maya Leaders Alliance and the Toledo Alcaldes Association, was presented to all the alcaldes attending this meeting and was verified as complete and accurate, thereby taking on the signature of each of these alcaldes in support of this position and requesting that this position now be communicated to all relevant ministries of the government of Belize, including the Ministry of Natural Resources and the Attorney General's Office.
Ms. Koch also highlighted the position document of Toledo Alcaldes on the oil development project in Toledo by U.S. Capital Energy Belize and the expected consultation framework upon which to engage leaders and inhabitants of Toledo Maya communities.
The highlights of the position include the Maya people are saying that the government, the state of Belize, and any third party who wishes to develop on our land must first recognize the fundamental authority that lies within the village because of the ownership of land vested in the Maya people themselves. The 38 villages of the Toledo district that are of Mayan communities are saying that we must be approached and recognized as owners of our land. And until then, the government must come and seek our free, prior, and informed consent before any development by any third parties or by the state itself comes to use, enjoy, occupy any of our lands. That's fundamental to the position. The second point of their position is that the government must proceed to engage us through our customary and traditional processes of engagement, processes of representation through our alcaldes. They have put together a paper that defines the consultation framework that the government and any third party is required to use. They've also stated in their position that they are not saying no to development. In fact, they are saying that we support development and economic activities within the Maya communities and within the greater Belize. However, it is imperative that the people of Belize, including the Maya people, be engaged and consulted properly, that they are seen as partners in this development, that they define their own forms of development. And in the case of U.S. Capital, they are saying that the Maya people have to be approached as owners of the land, and then we can begin to talk about how it is that the company will begin to come upon our land, what the impacts are, both positive and negative impacts, and we can begin then a process of engagement that is meaningful, that creates space for indigenous participation, that creates open dialogue between developer and the communities, including the state. They have also categorically stated that until and unless the government of Belize recognizes our rights to the lands that we use and occupy, we cannot allow any third parties or the state to interfere with our lands, and we ask that the government complies with its international obligations, its obligations to the domestic courts of Belize, which we've exhausted. We ask that they adhere to the injunction that is set by the Supreme Court of Belize that says they must cease and desist from any interference with our land without our free, prior, and informed consent.
Spokesperson of the Maya Leaders Alliance, Christina Koch. The morning meeting held at the Toledo Alcaldes Association office was well attended in spite of rainy weather conditions here. Reporting for Love News, Paul Mahone, Punta Gorda.